Hello.
Hello.
Hi everyone. How's it going?
Hello.
Another day, another podcast, and we have got a different guest today. We have Matt along with us. Matt, say hello.
Hello. I think
Hello.
this is the voice I was doing before.
It was a little lower. You're a little bit more Kermit on this one. You had it a little more
God damn it.
octaves lower. God damn it.
God damn it.
Hi, I'm back.
All right. So we're gonna get started here. We're going to talk about our weeks. Mike, go ahead. Andreon, hello.
Take a seat.
Hello. So, I kind of downplayed this, but our podcast, Renegade Animation, just hit 200 episodes.
Dang!
And that was the one that we talked about, Chainsaw Man, the movie. So,
Nice.
and then the next
So we'd be like, that's the episode where we talked about, like, what's a really terrible, like, animated movie. We talked
I'm
about
sure
Norm
we'll
of the
talk
North.
about something
Yeah,
in the future,
yeah.
but
Yes.
our next episode coming is one that we've been building up to for a while. This is our everything wrong with the animation fandom episode.
Ooh.
So look for that
Yeah.
next
You can
weekend.
hear me give zero fucks. Like, I'm like, you know what? Mike, you try to be nice. I'm not nice. I am not. I am the meanest fucking bitch that if you get on my bad side, I will fuck you up.
That's like 90% of the podcast Mike does, is Mike's just like, I don't actually think that, Star Wars fans are something like we bad. And then, like, Brock or Bree is just like, fuck that guy! Fuck him up their ass!
I pride myself.
Mike is forever the good cop on podcasts.
I pride myself for being Mike's anger translator. That's kind of what my
Brock
occupation
says the
has
things
become.
that Mike won't allow himself to say.
Absolutely. I always tell Mike that one day I'm actually going to get Mike to act like how he acts on Twitter.
It's true. If
And
you
it
follow
have
Mike
that
on Twitter,
Mike on a podcast.
that's when Mike lets. That's when Mike lets it out. He lets the word. He lets the typing say what his vocal cords won't allow him to.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Through the filter of
Yes.
through the filter of letters. Free. Oh, it's your week.
Kind of been like wild and a little bit exciting. New episode of my podcast came out today where we discuss vertical short films and the fact that they're going to make like $3 billion next year, and the whole thing of SAG-AFTRA. And the movie is in the headlines, and it's about a guy who assassinates a healthcare CEO. But it's not the case you're thinking of. No, clearly not inspired by that case at all.
This guy's name is Mario.
Yeah, God,
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Yeah, I forget what his name is, but it like rhymes. Like it's great. And also, it has literally one of the greatest thumbnails that you will ever see. Let me just grab that.
Is his name Waluigi?
All right. Oh, good. I actually had. Oh, good. I actually had my files up this time.
Dear God. Okay, I did not think that was his leg.
I was about to say the same thing. I was the same way. I was like,
I
going on?
just-
Also, is that the Wunsler?
Yes. Because he's a Tumblr sexy man.
I know, I saw the Nostalgia Critic review of the Lorax.
Yeah, no,
you're kind of a
our
hipster.
protagonist.
What are you doing later? Not you. Click.
Also, I hate how good this Photoshop job is. Like,
It
It's
is
too
pretty
good.
It's
It is pretty good.
but anyway, besides that,
Good Lord.
been doing a lot of freelance. Mike, I and Cameron have been going through Has-Been Hotel. I've been doing content for it, and we also watch a new show that we can't really talk about yet, but it's really good, and unfortunately a lot of people are not gonna like it because it stars a certain character, and it's corrupting it, and looks like crap, but that's an argument for another day, and
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week probably.
yeah. But yeah, my writing mentorship's going good. Working on a second scene for that, and I got 2 drafts done with that. And it's been interesting to research because the way I kind of do storytelling, like I wouldn't say like a specific like story like inspires me. It's just like stuff that I come by happenstance. If it does subconsciously inspire me, it's just like again, it's like a subconscious thing. So one of the highlights was I got to research anglerfish and write some really gross action lines. So that was fun for me.
Oh, that I did not. My action lines is not what I thought the worst. Oh,
Your action lines are like something I bet you Steven Seagal would have delivered in like 1993. That's what you're thinking of.
No, I'm more picturing. Ah, God, I saw the compilation the other day. Who the hell is it? What's the name of that character that John Malkovich played in that fucking Penguins movie? Where he's like, Nicholas,
Popper's
cage
Penguins?
them. No, he's in like the Penguins of Madagascar.
Oh. The Penguins of Madagascar movie?
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't remember if that
Are you
was.
talking
If there's
about
been
the
more than
octopus?
one. Yes.
No.
This-
See, it's so
I'm-
funny because that show was one of my favorite shows on Nickelodeon, but I never watched the movie. I have no idea why. So yeah, I don't know. I honestly thought you were talking about like Cyrus the Virus or something.
No,
I was like, you talking
no.
about Con Air?
No, it's he has these lines where he's like, Nicholas, cage them. Like, it's a bunch of like stuff.
I think
like
I've
that.
seen compilations on TikTok. Actually, yeah, no, I definitely have.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the kind of lines I figure when you're
Nicholas, cage them.
like an anglerfish shit talking someone.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
But
So
here's the
good.
best part about the anglerfish. Like anglerfish are like so fucked up. It's kind of amazing. Like some of them
Mhm.
are like see through, and you can see like all their organs. So I was just like, neat. I'm totally putting that in there, and you can't
Man,
stop
shit.
me.
Jack, man the ship.
I just felt a really terrible thing, but I'll keep it to myself.
That's probably better.
No, I will
Rule
just
34.
have existential
Anglerfish.
horror and be as gay as I want till
See right
morale
through 'em.
improves.
See right through 'em.
Yeah.
See right through 'em.
Yeah, yes.
Get right up in them guts. Anyway, man, that's your week, Ben.
It's been going. Obviously just working, just watching the same goddamn movies over and over again, so I'm seeing new things. On more of a side of things people care about, I haven't really posted any content to my channel since me and Mike reviewed Fantastic Four, The First Steps. Partially because of life, and then I've also just, you know, because obviously we're just careening towards the end of the year. I'm just kind of taking stock of like kind of what I actually want to do with my channel and kind of stuff I want to do. And that way, hopefully in the new year, I can be a little bit more regular with my stuff. But yeah, having fun. Got some ideas bouncing around my head for things. But absolutely nothing anybody will see, because half of the things I do, I'm like George McFly. I'm just like, yeah, I don't want people to see the things I write or make, so I'm just gonna keep it to myself. I did see Back to the Future on Saturday for the
Nice.
40th anniversary, which now definitively has to make that the movie I've seen the most in theaters, which is very insane to say, but a movie that is 45 years old, I've seen the most in theaters, comparative to like movies that are playing right now that have longer runs in theaters, and yet I don't even see them on first run in theaters. So, but yeah, it's been going.
The one that I'd honestly have to remember how many times I've seen Endgame, because other than that, it's going to be Deadpool and Wolverine. I
Yeah,
saw that thing 6 times opening
Yeah,
weekend.
but see, that's normal because, like, you were a cognizant human when those movies came out. I was not even a glimmer in my father's eye when Back to the Future came out. That's why it's so funny
Yeah.
for me to go, yeah, it's the movie I've seen the most in theaters.
Yes,
Like,
that's
it
true.
should be like Rogue One or The Force Awakens or Endgame, and it's not.
Another point in there 4 times. Yeah, that's it. So the last week, me and Mike finally watched Marvel Zombies and reviewed it. It actually was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a thing where I could kind of tell where they didn't exactly know what they wanted to do at certain points, but it still was pretty good. I
You're
liked
telling
it.
me the MCU doesn't know exactly what they want to do with a project?
Well, it's a project
You
that
jest.
didn't have to do with anything else. Like, it was just but it had all the classic zombie tropes and stuff like that, so it was really good. I was getting some cosplay stuff together. Got a brand new wig from a Virgil cosplay, so I'm very happy about that. I fucking hate USPS notifications. So the person that makes basically become my cosplay prop dealer, period, now lives in Canada, in British Columbia. Absolute fucking masterwork of her. If I remember it, I will post her link and stuff in the info section of this video. But she's made me multiple wigs. She's made me a custom Yamato, which is the katana of this character that I have, and she knew the exact terming for all the lace banding on the freaking handle and the little things that I didn't know details were in the sword, and I played the game that's been in it over 100 hours, so she's ridiculous. But stuff happened in her life where I lost contact with her for like 2 or 3 months. She's like, I have your wig done, and I'm going to send it to you. And it sat at customs for like a day and a half. This was on Thursday. Sat in customs for a day and a half, then sat in LA for a day and a half, and then made it to Iowa, and then it cut contact with notifications. Because it was originally, according to them, going to come Monday, and then it said Thursday, and then last night it left for the carrier out of Iowa and said, shipment is delayed, arriving late, and that's all it said. Like, I need this thing for this. How the fuck is it? What?
It's insane. It's like, I swear one time I ordered something, I want to say off like eBay or something, and I live in New York, and I forget, the person wasn't from New York, but I swear it got sent to Jersey. But like, I feel like from wherever state it came from, it had to go through New York, and I'm like, there was no processing center in New York State. You had to give it to Jersey to then send back to New York.
Yeah.
Sure, Jan.
Then, today randomly, at like 1 p.m. while I was at work, it went, at your doorstep. You just told me this thing wasn't going to be here till next week. It's at my doorstep? Fucking what? So then I messaged a friend of mine who worked second shift. I'm like, go to my fucking house right now and tell me if there's a package, because I don't believe this notification. Sure enough, they sent me like, yeah, the box is there. I'm like, it just skipped the 5 days? You just randomly remembered where my house was? You were... Anyway, but yeah, I've been getting that stuff ready. I had to do some minor sewing work to get some stuff repaired on that, so that was good. That's all good to go there. Tomorrow, I got all trimmed up and whatever. Fine, I'm coming this close to the male pattern baldness thing to where I'm just coming close to shaving it. It's getting very close. It was a struggle I was never going to win on both sides of my family, so it's whatever. No one sees me without a hat on half the time, and for cosplay wigs, it just works better, so I really don't care. But eventually that time's going to come. I might just
Bruce Willis it. He let his hair recede to a point, and then he just went...
That's pretty much what it is.
Good on him, man.
Once
I gotta say that. Something you gotta respect about him was he was like, even when he was becoming a star, he was like, no, fuck it, I'll just let my hair thin. And then at a certain point, he's like, I don't need to do this anymore. He hit like 2000, he was like...
Once I have nothing up top and it's the bowl, it's gone. I'm not doing that stuff. It's gone. I'm not doing that crap. But yeah, getting ready for the convention. I've streamed like twice in the past month because I've just been insanely busy. I'm going to try and stream once I'm back to the convention because Con Crunch is a bitch and I'm not even going to attempt to do anything. So hopefully all that will be back normal after that. But anyway, yeah, that's all that I basically did. I've wanted so bad to get in one of those freaking K-pop Demon Hunters Halloween showings, but I went to
the Saturday one.
So that was one thing I did not get to do, sadly. But it's fine. I just watched it on Netflix. It's fine. But anyways, yeah, so let's get into the podcast portion of the show. There we go. Okay, so, all right. We're going to go through some buy or sell here. Mike, buy or sell that Japan is aiming to grow its global entertainment market to $130 billion by 2033. They've announced they're focusing on pushing anime and gaming worldwide.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd buy that. 2033 just feels... That doesn't even feel like a real year anymore.
No, and I can't imagine how they think that anime is going to make them money. But, God, it's not like this been the number one movies at the box office for like 2 weeks. All right. Since we're going at it.
And I will say this.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Jacob.
So I mean, it makes sense that they're kind of going that way because I mean, for the longest time, like Japan's been kind of like resisting the thing, but they're like, damn, it's so much money. I guess.
I'm pretty sure you've heard this statistic before, but do you know that the number one paper product that is made in Japan is manga?
Yeah, I
Really?
can believe that.
That is
I-
fucking insane.
I mean, just on like volumes of One Piece alone.
well, apparently, and this
Does
is
that like not include toilet paper, or does
that includes toilet paper.
Jeez, what are those people fucking?
Yeah, wait,
doing,
well,
man?
but you forget that
Crazy.
Japan has a lot of bidets, so
Oh, yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah, they get more squirt up their ass while they read manga on it.
Hey, man.
Ooh!
But they've also talked about how, like, if they ever stopped, like, Dragon Ball stuff at some point, that it could actually cause, like, an economic event in Japan.
Goku is no more. Burn it all down.
We have no kids and we have no Dragon Ball. We're screwed. All right,
It's
Matt.
somehow the white man's fault. We know it.
We bombed the masculinity of them. Now they have is cat girls in manga. Matt, buy or sell that a Miss Piggy movie is in the works. Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone will produce the film, and Cole Escola will write the script.
I saw this today and I went, that's gotta be AI generated, but apparently not. I guess buy, because I'm a big fan of the Muppets, and Disney, like, really, ever since
Well,
Disney
yeah.
bought them, they've really mistreated them. Like, they'll roll them out, and then they'll hide them. I know the ABC show didn't work, even though it's really funny. But then, like, they'll do, like, that Halloween special, and then they'll just do nothing
Yeah,
with
they'll just
that.
do, like,
so,
it's just they
nothing.
don't know what to do with that. But look, if this shit is like a 10th of the insanity that fucking Cruella was,
my
Oh,
God.
please.
So my
I need it to
mom-
be that
God, my mom, I want to say a couple months ago, was watching that, and so I, like, was kind of just, like, doing stuff around the house, and I was, like, in and out watching, but I would sporadically come back and be like, what? But then I realized, at a point, when I was watching one of these scenes, I went, oh, they're just Maleficenting it. They took a great villain, they're like, yeah, but what if the person who told the original story was just an asshole? And I'm like, really? Why can't bad guys just be bad guys? When are we gonna get the Nurse Ratched movie to where actually she was a really nice nurse and it was just all the crazy people that thought she was evil?
well, everyone wants that wicked, money.
Yeah, it's wicked, it's Maleficent, it's all that. Well,
No,
what if
but
they
look,
weren't evil?
Yeah,
What if
but
it was
you know
just
what?
society?
But here's the thing. Cruella gets a pass for me because it's the third live-action 101 Dalmatian movie. And it's at least trying not to be
Yes.
the Glenn Close movies. But also Cruella is, like, it's very, like, vibey and stuff. At least they actually tried or, like, gave a fuck and not just copy-paste the scenes.
No, yeah, again, it was just more just the concept. I'm just kind of sick and tired of that. Yeah, they're just misunderstood. That's the problem. They're all just misunderstood. It's every villain apparently is just misunderstood.
You know, the funny thing about that movie, Emma Thompson actually plays a character who's closer in personality to Cruella from.
No, but I bet you that's like the idea is like, oh, well, like, the story got messed up and actually people meant to be talking about Emma Thompson, but they talked about Cruella for some reason. Like that, it's like that, when I saw Maleficent, I was like, this is so dumb that it's like, oh no, Maleficent protected her. It was the three fairies that were idiots, and she was gonna die if it was for Maleficent. I'm like, why couldn't Maleficent just be some bitter woman who didn't get an invite to a baptism? Which, by the way, baptism sucks, so like, Maleficent, you lucked out. And then I like how they made a sequel and they're like, wait, we killed off the king and queen in the last one. Oh, the princess, her new mother-in-law is just racist. Sequel. And it's Michelle Pfeiffer for some reason, even though she doesn't need it. But again, I can't fully judge the movie because I didn't watch it. I can only judge the concept, which is...
No, but you should watch Cruella, because to me, that's probably
Yeah,
that
fair
and The
enough.
Jungle Book are the only... Okay, and maybe Kenneth Branagh's Cinderella are the only three that actually stand at their own and worth their merit.
Hold
And
on,
also
one
just
more.
the
Those
whole
live
Pete's
action
Dragon.
Disney films.
Oh yeah, right, Peach Dragon too.
Rest
But
in peace, Robert Redford.
but freaking Corella's so stupid. Like, her mother gets mauled by Dalmatians. Like, how can you like not clap and laugh? Also, I remember at the time I had gotten it to watch at home, and I was also really drunk watching it. It was an nasty experience.
Probably it was. They probably saw like that Wicked show did really, really good on Broadway, and it's been revived like 27,000 times.
Actually, no.
We
It's
should
it's
bravo.
never left Broadway.
Oh,
It's at the same
even
theater
better.
since it
It's like
opened.
Lion King. It's just like, let's just stay indefinitely. Yeah, that probably was. They were like, we can make money off of this somehow. Let's do it. Yeah. And again, and by the way, I'm not saying inherently these are bad movies. Again, I haven't seen Cruella. I've seen Maleficent. I thought that was a bad movie. But I'm just saying, like,
No, most of them
sometimes evil people can just be evil assholes, and that's the fun of it. You know? Like, it's like in the live action Beauty and the Beast, we tried to do it with Gaston, and we're like, did that guy just have, like, PTSD from the war?
No, fuck that
Like,
movie.
did that guy just have PTSD from the war? Is that why he was like that? Like, they had to throw that in. It's like,
No, fuck that movie. Fuck.
Just let bad guys be bad.
Yeah,
man.
you know what the
Like,
weird thing is? I was just, when that came out, I was like, but then as time went on, and I was just more open about not being straight, I was like, oh, wait, I really fucking hate this movie.
You want to know what's a
Yeah,
great movie? The Mummy.
Oh, yes.
we gonna talk
Stand
about
up for the
that?
It is.
bisexual
It
national
is.
anthem.
Yes. Bree. Buy or sell that Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz will return in the Mummy movie. Matt Bertinelli, Oplin, and Tyler Gaylor from Green 5 will direct it.
Brock, what bisexual would I be if I didn't buy this? I would bring shame to my people.
What straight
I mean-
person, gay person, left-handed, right-handed, what person of anything wouldn't buy this?
No, it's I just love how it took the long time where they're just like, I think we finally just could say that we're gonna do one because
Well, I mean, because what had happened, because I don't think Rachel was in the last one because she was like recast. It was like weirdness, but I'm
No,
kind of glad
yeah.
that her and Brendan Fraser are going to be together, and they'll do like a time skip. I'm kind of curious if they're gonna continue to use the existing continuity or if it's going to be a soft reboot.
They
So,
might soft reboot it.
Fun thing is, me and my buddy Pat Campbell, a number of years ago, we like came up with this like pitch for like a new Mummy movie called Return of the Scorpion King, or no, it was Revenge of the Scorpion King, and like in our movie, the Mummy 3 exists as a movie in the universe, and so that's why she was recast. She was just an actress in the movie, but those events didn't really happen
That's not a
in
bad
the
idea.
universe.
But you know
it was
what?
pretty cool.
You know
But
what? I'm
we-
curious, like, because
Universal, we have the pitch if you want to listen to it.
yeah, because
We'll
I'm like, would
gladly-
they bring Emotep back? Or I'm just curious, would they actually attempt to bring Wayne Johnson back?
Dwayne
as-
Johnson would probably like to come back.
I don't.
Because-
I
but-
will only
because who
accept
else
him
would-
back if he looks as bad as he did in the original film.
Yes.
It has
Well,
to
that-
be that CG.
That would be impressive if they did that. But I'm curious, like, since we don't have a lot of topics, where would the mummy be from? Or who would you cast as the mummy?
San Fernando Valley.
Vin Diesel. Gotta be. Because the Mummy movies are all about family. And like, when I was a mummy, man, like, my family wasn't there. But now I got my family. But like, Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz, they trying to like, take my
Scorpion,
family.
I do not believe was Dwayne Johnson's acting debut. I believe he was in TV shows before that.
Like,
I
he
think
was
it was
definitely
his
in that
theatrical.
70s show season 1 before that. Where he played his dad.
He was also in a space
But
space TV show. I can't
I
freaking remember.
do
which one.
think that The Mummy Returns was his theatrical debut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
because he has talked about the Scorpion King was like the first movie he ever led. But obviously he did that after Mummy Returns. Yeah, he's in the that wrestling show. It's season 1, I forget what episode. But they go to see Rocky Johnson and Dwayne Johnson plays his dad, and it's great because there's a great joke to where he towards the end of the episode, Red and Eric go to meet Rocky Johnson. He's like, yeah, I have a son too. One day he's gonna be the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Like, it's just really, like, fun wink to the camera. It's a really good episode. Look it up. It's
You know what? The one place they haven't done any South American mummies.
Well, technically speaking, they've done the same mummy twice, and then they did, like, Yetis and Jet Li. So there's a lot they've not explored.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike, what do you think?
Have they done Asian mummies yet?
Yeah, that was
Jet
Mummy
Li.
3.
Okay.
They did the Terracotta. Is it Terracotta Warriors? Yeah, it's Terracotta Warriors.
Yeah.
I think maybe they should do South America next.
I think they should do. I want them to do like French mummies, like. We are here on Pfizer, we have all the cigarettes in Paris. What are you to do?
But the reason I think it's South
Baguettes,
American,
yes.
but the reason I think it's South American because they can do like Mayan or like Incan. Because I kind of feel like the material just presents itself.
That's what I
Yeah,
was
there's
thinking,
definitely
too.
there's a lot of history there. It's so weird because I don't know about you guys, but the article I read was like really, it was like a paragraph. It's just like Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz will be in this movie, and these guys who did Scream will do it. And it literally said Universal has not commented on this, which makes me go, so like, is this something these 4 people want to make? And Universal needs to sign off on it, and they're just trying to get a hype train going, so Universal go, alright, fine. Oh, Universal will be stupid, because as far as I'm aware, the re-release of The Mummy did pretty well. Whatever that was, last year, wasn't it last year? The 25th anniversary?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, it did pretty well, so like, Universal will be stupid to not. I honestly, I have to raise my hand. I've never actually seen The Mummy 3. I found out Rachel Weisz wasn't in it. I was like, well, what's the point?
Actually, yeah, me neither.
So like,
I
I've only
watched it
ever
in
watched The
chunks.
Mummy and Mummy Returns. No, I literally, so the fever at the Louvre happened, and then something happened somewhere else. My friend posted about it. I literally said, like, has anyone checked on Nick Cage's whereabouts recently? Is he just trying to do some viral marketing for National Treasure 3? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna steal the Louvre.
At some point. All right. Moving on from there. Mike, buy or sell that Avengers Doomsday will reportedly be the Patrick Stewart's final acting role, not as Professor X, but period.
Give me a second while I look up his age, because
Old.
Near death.
okay, the dude is 85 years old. I think
Yeah.
he deserves his time to rest.
I think he's pretty okay with his last acting role being in a chair.
Exactly.
Well, is he saying he's retiring from acting, or he's just not going to play Professor X anymore?
No, he's done.
Period.
He's done after this.
Done.
Okay. Now, the thing about that is, Robert Redford said like 76 different times that he was done after Pete's Dragon.
Yes, but this
I
is
think
the
he
first time
might
I've
do
ever
this.
heard a very professional Patrick Stewart say he's done.
True. But, as actors have shown us countlessly, all it takes is a truck full of money.
Yeah, but do
Get
they
you to
do
come
they
back.
say that when they say they're stopping for the first time at age 85?
I don't know. Sean
Because
Connery, I
most-
guess, technically stopped in like 2003. He was like, I did that goddamn comic book movie, I'm done.
Yeah. Not
Fair.
many of them that stop at age 85 then continue to do another 10 years of
Well,
movies.
that does make me go, so with the X-Men, does that mean
We're gonna get new
they're
X-Men?
only in
Yeah,
this,
probably.
or are they just gonna kill off Xavier for what, the 5th time?
I would assume that they're having them in this because there's every excuse to have them in it because it's a multiversal movie.
Yeah.
I don't expect them to have a giant chunk of old X-Men be in the new X-Men movies.
No, it's nostalgia baiting,
Mhm.
so that you'll be like, hey, they were in those movies I liked when I was 12.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go and see the new one. And they'll have like 2 scenes.
Well, it's not even really nostalgia baiting. It's actually just a character and a plot where it's meant to have a shitload of people in it.
No, it's
That's
true.
just
It's like
the
Deadpool and Wolverine,
characters.
where people are like, "Oh, it's nostalgia." And I'm like, I don't know. Isn't the entire
That's the-
concept that it's like
yeah.
a multiverse and like all these canceled
Yes.
things? That's
it's the plot of the movie.
Yeah, it's like, did you pay attention to the plot? Because it makes sense.
Yes.
Although I do love in Deadpool Wolverine, just for myself, they had to put in a line where, like, yeah, Daredevil died, or else people like me would have been like, when's Ben Affleck showing up in this? And then it sucks that Ben Affleck said they never even asked him to be in it. It's like, fuck, that would have been fun. Why didn't you do it, Hugh? He didn't want to be overshadowed. That's why Hugh did it. It's all Hugh's fault.
Yeah, Hugh is the selfish one in that situation.
Yeah, out of the two main actors,
known asshole Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, yeah, greatest showman, yes.
All right, Matt, buy or sell that during a panel, the Duffer Brothers confirmed that though they will not be directly working on something with Netflix, they will still be producing and are already working on a Stranger Things spinoff that will not be set in Hawkins.
Yeah, I knew when this season was announced that this is going to be the end, I was like, it's like Walking Dead. It's like Walking Dead ended, and then I was like, oh, but we have Fear the Walking Dead, and Rise of the Walking Dead, and Walking Dead in a grocery store. It's like, dude, you can just slap the name on it, and it doesn't mean, again, I go back to my previous thing about you know, the Disney movies. It doesn't mean they're inherently bad projects, but it is like, I knew it was going to happen, and my hope is that what I'd be interested in is, like, them doing something more modern, because what I'm afraid with that is that it's going to be like, alright, Stranger Things was the 80s, next thing's going to be the 90s or the 70s, and it's like...
I'm going to be really honest with you, I don't think I would like watching Stranger Things if it was present day.
Fair enough.
Honestly same.
I think part of the whole tone of it is
I guess
the fact
you're
that it's
right.
old.
I guess my thing is just, like, I don't really want to watch Stranger Things that doesn't have the characters that I like, so, like, what's even the point of doing more of it?
Well, I mean,
But
they've
you
been
didn't know
kinda
you
doing-
liked those characters till you had them.
Alright,
Right, I mean,
Brock used
they've already-
logic and it's super effective.
I mean, they've already been kind of in that trajectory for a while. I mean, they have that Broadway play that's like a prequel.
Yeah,
I mean, it is
that's
those
right, yeah,
characters,
yeah.
but they've been going that way for like a minute.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's one of those things to where it's just like so many things. Show me a trailer for it.
Yeah.
Like, concept alone, especially nowadays, to where, like, how many concepts do we hear and nothing even materializes? Like, show me a trailer. You know, I would be interested. I am glad that at least they're saying it's not going to be in Hawkins, because it is weird to think that, like,
the
this
entire
is the only place
universe
that this has
surrounds
ever
Hawkins.
happened. Like, nowhere else did this happen.
Yeah.
Only here.
Yeah, only in Hawkins. But, like, yeah, because, like, they show that stuff happened in Russia. Like...
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I haven't finished Stranger Things 4, which I need to get on, because Stranger Things 5 is coming out.
It's good.
You know what it is? Like, it's a true story. I'm not, like, a real horror person. And the first 2 seasons, they had, like, horror elements, but, like, that last season went really into the horror, and that was, like, a lot for me, so I was, like, watching it. And also, the episodes are, like, every episode is, like, 2 hours long, which is, like, alright.
They're episodes, Matt. They're meant to be that long.
Yeah, they're meant to be. How silly of me, I forgot. I should have to carve out 4 weeks to watch a season of a show.
Sure.
But no, like, so I need to finish that. But yeah, I guess you're right, Brock. Like, yeah, part of the appeal is it not being present day. Yeah. So I guess, again, like, show me a trailer. Like, concept-wise, yeah, it's not that weird. I am happy that for the people who care, that they're releasing the final episode in theaters. I think that's really cool.
That is.
I'm
for
actually legitimately excited for that.
And also, I did not mean that to come off like a dick when I said for the people who care. I meant more like for the people who are going to make sure to, like, watch Stranger Things 5 up to the finale and then, like, not watch the finale at home to go and see it in theaters. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of those people who will go and watch things in theaters, okay? If do I have to go back to the fact that I've seen a movie from 1985 the most times in theaters? Okay? Okay, I just, you know.
Yeah, I get it. And it's one of those things where it's like, maybe we could start with adults in this one.
That would be cool.
And
Because
not have the kids start out as 12 and end the show in 36.
Yeah, that's also the craziest thing is they've done like 5 seasons of show across like what 10 years. Like that's just
a lot.
that's streaming for you. It's just like, yep, that's how it works.
We went through,
Like-
I don't remember what the whole thing was, but on the last podcast, we went through a list of shows that started and stopped in the time that Stranger Things has been a thing. And
It was
No.
a list that went to at least like 30
It's-
shows.
Dude, Stranger Things started in like my sophomore year of college, and I've been well out of college, and it's still not done. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. All right.
yeah, instead of ending the
but-
show with the actors at Patrick Stewart's age, but they're still trying to be teenagers. They're like rolling
Yeah.
up. They're like,
Hey,
God, Mom, we're gonna go to the
No,
mall
but-
because we're teens.
But I'm kind of glad the main show's ending because apparently there's like a lot of like behind the scenes drama that happened the last
I saw
season.
John Campea was covering that Millie Bobby Brown saying stuff about David. I haven't watched the coverage yet, but I was like, yikes.
That's one of those things where it's like, there's been one person that said one end of it where it was like, that was only when the stuff was going on with Lily Allen, and another one was like, it wasn't when it was going on with that, and another one that said it didn't fucking happen, period.
Oh,
So I've
it's a
got
game
like
of
18
telephone?
different versions
Yeah.
of this fucking story. And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Like, it's one of those things where just, I'm gonna watch the show and just be done with it. And just be happy when I'll
When
be
the
making
45-year-old teens finally graduate high school.
Absolutely. All right. I don't remember who I started out with. Mike, buy or sell that Peter Berg, the lone survivor, Deepwater Horizon director, is set to direct the Call of Duty movie, and Tyler Sheridan from Sicario is set to write the script.
I buy Sheridan writing the screenplay because even though he
War!
even though he just recently left Paramount, they still have a good get with him.
You're like the beginning of Revenge of the Sith. It's just war!
War!
Exclamation
War.
point. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's next role. Hey, I'm in the Call of Duty.
God damn it, Umbreon. I hate
Call
how
of Duty.
accurate that is.
Mike Wall-
Please
yeah,
no.
you really did.
That
Hey,
made
he
me
was
so
actually
mad
he was
when that
great in
happens.
Lone Survivor, so like I wouldn't be opposed to
And
that.
you want to know what
actually.
he was really good shooter too. He could
Yeah,
be in
not-
an army movie
Mark-
if he
okay.
wants to be.
I'm going to say this about Mark Wahlberg. When
He's
he
from
wants to
Boston.
be a really great actor, he
He
is
can
like,
be.
the Fighter, Patriots Day, Lone Survivor. Like the problem is sometimes he just takes really. And I get it. Like you getting offered like millions of dollars to do a schlocky movie, you're not gonna bring your A game. But like, unfortunately, I think he's done too many of those that like people forget that like he's a really good actor. Doesn't he have an Oscar or just a nomination? I can't remember. I think he was nominated for.
nomination.
He was
Departed.
nominated.
Yeah, he was nominated for Departed. He didn't win, but like,
Yeah.
still, like, he's an Oscar-nominated actor. Like, again, he just does a lot of schlock, but you know,
I mean,
feel it.
yeah. My favorite thing about The Departed is not even the movie. It's that video that I see every now and then, like at least once a month on TikTok, where it's Matt Damon talking about how Jack Nicholson changed the scene of that girl getting murdered on the beach.
I've actually never seen The Departed.
So, there's this girl that originally it's a guy, and then there's nobody else there, and then
Mhm.
eventually it's Jack Nicholson goes, he's like, all right, so I like the scene, but what if I change it to a woman? And then you shoot her, but if you keep the camera rolling, she falls over. And then I say, funny how she felt like that, because that insinuates I do this a lot, and there's a certain way that people fall. And then Matt goes, and then Jack goes to Matt, but if you keep the camera rolling, then Vinny's got a hatchet. It just goes for like 5 minutes of him like from this 2-second scene.
Really medicated on the set that day, and he was seeing lots of things.
If anyone, I'll try and find it and show it after the podcast is done, but listening to
Well,
Matt
that's
Damon
like-
talk about it is so fucking
It's
funny.
like I just watched Dane DeVito telling a story about when he was doing Cuckoo's Nest. Like Nicholson, they went to a Lakers game. And he said, like, Nicholson was like, you want anything? He's like, oh, yeah, Coke. And he said, like, yeah, we're sitting, like, courtside. They bring me a Coke that's, like, bigger than me. And right at tip-off, I accidentally knocked the Coke over. And, like, Everybody's pissed on the benches. They clean it up. And he said, Nicholson just turns and goes, guess you're going to need another Coke.
I could see that. Nicholson's a whack job. I love him to death.
He really is, man. He's a whack job, and he's incredible.
Yes.
Like,
all right. Bree, buy or sell that Netflix is reportedly actively exploring a bid to buy Warner Brothers assets. They've hired a bank that advised Skydance on purchasing Paramount. Netflix has also granted access to WB's data room and financial details.
All I know is that WB really doesn't want a hostile takeover by Paramount. That is pretty evident.
There was something, I remember if we talked about it last week, but there was actually like a firm that was like working at making sure that Paramount doesn't buy them.
I think
I mean,
that
you know
was
what
the
this
WGA
eerily-
who's like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
no,
what
we can't
let
this
happen.
eerily reminds me of? You know, during the attempts of the hostile takeover of Disney in the 80s, or if more recent, when Comcast tried to acquire Disney. Like, the vibes are very similar in terms of, like, the financial situation that they're in. And then I think earlier today, WB told investors or whatever that they'll let everyone know the decision right after Christmas.
Yeah, I've got that in the thing
what's
later on
crazy
down
to
there.
me about all it, obviously Disney bought Fox and like, you know, I'm just like, don't we have don't we have rules against like monopolies in this country?
We did.
Seems like we're about to get down to just one movie studio that owns everybody.
No, that's the thing though. We did, and they didn't give a fuck about them until Disney happened, and now all of a sudden they're caring because Disney happened.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And the unfortunate thing is like, with less competition, we're gonna be getting even more subpar products than we are now. And that's not
Umbreon.
me saying that like we don't get good movies. We do, but like,
No, I agree with you.
if you go
Yeah.
back like 30 years to the 90s, like we were getting a lot better stuff than we're getting now.
I mean,
and that's
we
just
got
like,
a lot of crap too, but we also got a lot of good things. It's more the volume. Like, we got movies with like a theatrical window.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is streaming is also just like, now it's streaming, it's just like everything is just like shrink the theatrical window. If you can do same day, do a week, and it's just, I mean, Matt Damon even talked about it, like with DVDs, how he's like, movies and like making money was so different with DVDs. He's like, yeah, like you have your time theater, and then maybe the movie didn't do great, but you knew that the DVD was coming, and you would make more off of that. Sometimes you would make more off the DVD than you would off of the theatrical, and now it's just like with streaming, it's like, you know, and then of course, it's funny, me and Abe were talking about this on our podcast last episode, like, not this podcast, a podcast I do that nobody watches, unlike this show. And we were talking about how, like, and streaming, like Netflix and all these things, they've also done the really great Hollywood financing, and we're like, we don't know how much this made, so we can't give you a back-end deal, Christian Bale, because we don't know how much the movie made, sorry. Which is also great. Oh,
Yeah.
so many times I think we're living in the worst timeline, aren't we?
No,
It certainly feels that way.
It's certainly, it depends. Listen, I've gone the blinders on. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna get mad at shit. I'm gonna make my own shit. But I won't lie and say that as a writer,
Mhm.
I see a lot of stuff and go, huh.
Yeah. But, all right. Anyway, moving on from that, we don't got much on the gaming end of things, but something that made me very fucking happy. So they just rolled out something that was.
I see what you did there, Brock. You rolled your chair, and then you said they just rolled out.
Sometimes that ginger fuck is clever. Anyway, so this little guy here is a PlayStation Portal.
Ooh.
It's been one of my favorite things to take on travels, and it just got a shitload better because you used to be only able to screen mirror, which meaning if you'd have to have your system on, and then it would mirror what you had on there, and you could play it on your system. And they had a beta for streaming for streaming games directly to it because you can't download games to it because it doesn't actually have an internal memory. That's why it's such a cheap machine that you can get it made. It's a spectacular machine, but it was cheaper for that reason. Anyway, wait, those are not PSPs. No, it's just because you had to make separate versions of it for PSPs. That's why the PSP died. But, so they just fully rolled out of beta no longer, now that you have full streaming of everything that is in the system if you've got PlayStation Premium, which most people do, and you can play your own digitally downloaded games off it through streaming. So essentially, this thing is going to be my travel companion to kill my backlog of games whenever I'm going somewhere. This is going to be my best friend when I'm staying at a hotel during conventions when everything's done and I'm just lounging around not wanting to sleep. So I'm very happy about that, and it's now become like the best $200 purchase I've ever made in my entire life.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'm very freaking happy about that.
On the opposite end of that, my Nintendo Switch 1 is becoming less and less effective as a system to have.
Oh.
Because I'm like, oh, they're just not making anything for this anymore, are they now? Alrighty then.
No, because Nintendo's one of the companies that, unlike Xbox and PlayStation, will be like, no, we're giving up on you fuckers right away, and we're going to make you buy the new system, because we know most of you will.
Thank God I have a gaming PC, so at least, like, I can play stuff off Steam. Because I'm like, I don't play enough video games to justify purchasing a Switch 2. I don't play enough games to justify that.
And don't worry, if you bought the Switch 2, you could just buy all the Switch 2 versions of the games that'll come out eventually.
Because actually, unfortunately, your Switch games, they'll work, but they'll run really poorly.
I love that people are like,
We've
a
got
game
to have money.
Yeah. PlayStation gets crap for remastering The Last of Us the first game twice and the second game once, but everybody acts like it's been remastered 48 times. But will not say shit to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What are they on? They're like 40,000 remastering Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah. A game that came out in 92 and is still the same value somehow because they refuse to put things on sale. Good lord.
That's true.
Never give them shit, though, because Nintendo, but I'm going to put a big old middle finger to Nintendo because I'm really fucking happy. So, a patent happened at the U.S. Patent Office, which was fucking bogus. It was the most stupid patent that's ever gotten through that I've seen in fucking years. And I had a little bit, probably a big bit of a rant, because, you know, I'm me, about this the last time that this got brought up, where Nintendo patented the idea of summoning a sub-character to fight for you in a video game. I don't know if any of you have played any video games, but that covers a lot more than just the Pokemon thing that they were trying to bitch about with Palworld, which they got denied their other patents for Palworld in a Japanese court, which is normally more lenient. So that's fucking funny. But now it's gotten to the point of where this never fucking happens in U.S. courts, to where the U.S. Patent Office has actually ordered a re-examination of that patent so that could be narrowed down or removed. Do you know what that smells like? That smells like they made a really dumb choice and a shit ton of gaming companies that make a ton of money for the US went, "You're fucking morons! Get rid of that patent!"
Yeah, because I was just thinking, so like I'm currently, and I know, once again, I'm not a gamer in years behind, but I'm playing South Park Fractured Butthole, and like, you can summon Jesus to be in battles with you. So I'm like, and I know it's on my Switch, but like, they did not make that game.
No.
So,
but if they wanted to make a sequel with this patent, they could say you can't do that if they want to.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
That's like when the Fine Brothers tried to, they tried to like, not patent, but they tried to like...
They tried to copyright the word
copyright React videos. It's like...
Not even React videos, the word React.
And it's like, I remember, because I didn't follow those guys. I watched them like maybe here and there when I was in middle school, but like I remember seeing that, and I just remember like the next day them posting like I guess that wasn't the right thing for us to do. It was like the fastest concession.
We made a oopsie! You guys didn't like that!
You guys didn't want to give us money for React videos, even though people were doing React videos from like the second YouTube like happened.
We tried to copyright one of the most common words used in YouTube.
That's like when
what do you mean we're assholes?
Some guys tried to tell me, this was a couple of years ago when I had pissed off a fan group because they whole thing with my buddy on Stuck for My Buddy, and then they came after me for the name of my podcast, the Fandom Podcast, because on their channel they had a thing called like Fandom Fights or something, and they were literally trying to act like they had the trademarked the word fandom, and so I couldn't use it. They're trying to equate that to one of their guys literally stealing my buddy's artwork and using it for their show. They were trying to equate those things, and I'm like,
No.
I just
No.
I just thought of the stew from Hangover, to where it's like, you are too stupid to insult. Like, but there exist people. They're out there. I was like, that's just the way. You don't have to like me. And I'm like, of all the things, you just watch the show and say you think the show is shit, and then I'm a horrible host and I talk funny, I'm fat. But like, that's what you chose to come at me for? The Fandom Podcast name? Really? Jesus, what are you, 12? Probably.
No, that's one of those things where it's like...
And again, people wonder why I don't like to do YouTube a lot anymore.
Oh no, YouTube's a fun place where I could... One of my old videos that I didn't realize got taken down until, like, Jacob watches a lot of, like, I do, whenever video games have, or video game shows, I like to do live reacts to them because they're pretty fun, it's easy content. I enjoy the shows quite a bit. I was live streaming it on Twitch. Nothing happened. No red flags, no nothing. They were showing a advertisement for a mobile game that was about tower defense in the Middle Ages. And I got a copyright strike on YouTube from UFC.
The bots on YouTube are crazy. I forgot which company it was, but which company got copyrighted by themselves for their own movie trailer?
That was just happened. Netflix,
happened.
It was
Netflix.
for Stranger Things.
For Stranger Things, they got copyrighted by bots.
Yeah.
For something on their official channel. And you're like, this is how bad it is when you use your just automated bots.
The choice of YouTube housers, that's how.
They don't even know that this is the place to where the shit originates from.
Yeah.
And it's just
my favorite one of these was for those that don't know, crack videos are where like you would take clips from a TV show and then take something like separate, like I did it for the show Ruby a lot. Like I redubbed scenes in it to match the very first launch off in Cool Runnings when it's like coach, like we're bobsledding yet, that whole scene I redid.
Yeah.
So I used to do those all the time, and like I did it for like probably like 3 or 4 years. And then my 10th one that I made this big, I'm so celebrating whatever, but it was just Ruby Crack Videos Volume 10. And then I made this big description about how, I'm so proud of myself for this. I've been doing this for how long, all these views, this, that, and the other thing. And then another creator that made these same type of videos, because these same type of people would be like, holy shit, yours was funny, I should have thought of that, blah, blah. Contacted me back when you could actually like message people in YouTube.
Yeah, I remember that.
That
was for Google owned YouTube.
Yeah, that is a long forgotten feature. Yep. But this guy who I got into it from watching his videos messaged me, go, hey, I'm a huge fan of your stuff, whatever. Someone just stole your entire video and reposted it. Like, for real?
We had that happen.
Here's the worst part. They copied my anniversary description as well.
Oh my god. That's like
so it didn't make any sense.
Changing their name.
Yeah.
No, that happened to us on Take 3, like early in Take 3, we used to do like watch-alongs every Saturday night. Some channel literally took our watch-alongs in which we'd be like, yeah, hey, welcome to Take 3. And their channel wasn't called Take 3. We're like, what?
Yep.
What?
It's every video I did, I had my logo burned into the corner so you couldn't get rid of it.
I did something similar to that once, except I never posted on YouTube to where... Do you guys remember Christian Bale's freak out on the set of Terminator Salvation?
Yep.
Yeah, I took that audio and then I put it to clips from the Dark Knight trilogy. So it was nice. Batman screaming at Alfred.
Makes sense.
I never posted it, and then of course it's on our family computer that like died years ago, so I can never get it back, unfortunately. But it was literally like... I remember one moment was, when he has the guy, it's like, swear to me, but it was it's the scene to where, but it's the audio to where it's like, I was looking at the light, and then says swearing was like, oh, good for you, how was it?
How was it? Yeah, that's one of those things that you never get to hear about anymore. It's fucking great. All right, Mike, I'm going to assume you posted this next one?
Yes. So today... the Hollywood Music and the 2025 Hollywood Music and Media Awards nominations were announced. So for feature film, you've got a song from Avatar: Fire and Ash, couple songs from F1, 2 songs from Sinners, Last Time I See the Sun, and I Lied to You, and the 2 original songs from Wicked for Good, No Place Like Home, and The Girl in the Bubble. But the reason I posted this was because, once again, K-pop Demon Hunters is in the mix. Nominated.
Reset the clock!
Yeah, they're nominated for best song in an animated feature film.
Which one?
Golden.
God damn it. I'm going to die on this fucking hill. What it sounds like should be getting this shit instead of Golden.
I agree.
No, I agree with you, Brock, but Golden is the one that broke out and is the most commercially viable.
I know, but the one that has the big grand overarching whatever that gets these kind of nominations isn't that one. Oh, it pisses me off. But Golden is still good, but I
mean, Brock, historically, like a reward season, like, remember if, like, the Little Mermaid, or, better yet, Lion King, they nominated, like, 3 songs, so, and it won. You want to know which song that won?
That is true. What's that?
Can you feel the love tonight?
Yes. That beat out Circle of Life, which is bullshit.
That is bullshit. That is bullshit.
However, Elton John did give one of the best live performances at the Oscars, singing that. But
but that's
true.
my point. Is that Can You Feel the Love Tonight's the more commercial,
well, I'm sorry.
Off of.
That's I'm Just Ken not winning the Oscar to that Billie Eilish song. It's no, I'm Just Ken so much better. So much better. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it's just one of the, it's fine.
I don't even know what story they're talking about, guys. I just showed up, dropped some knowledge,
we're talking about
I'm Just Ken.
We're talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, which song got nominated, and I think it should have been a different one.
I know that. I was on a very long line at my Regal to get soda because there were so many people that were clearly not there for Back to the Future. They were there for K-pop Demon Hunters in the theater right next to Back to the Future. But you know what? I was great. Because people are going to the theaters. Even if I don't know what the fuck it is.
Keep making Sony look stupid. I love you guys.
Whatever it is.
Sony is fucking dumb.
It's even better
and
for
the amount of Asian people, the singing and the pink hair, I don't get it.
Alright, and especially if you know what's even better, and I actually can't go into depth about it because I'm hearing this fourth hand, but I had in one of my industry discussions, and it makes Sony even so much dumber. Whatever you hear publicly, I can promise you what's going on behind the scenes is even stupider for what went down.
Oh, I bet. I love how they can just, for the most part, other than some fumbles with the live service shit, they fucking murder it nonstop on their gaming division. Just the movies. Some of these decisions.
Purple hair. My bad. Sorry. I knew it was a P.
Get it right, Frenchie.
Sorry, purple. I've been colorblind since Korea.
I can't even see that shit.
Agent Orange looked more like Agent Teal to me. Wait, I thought you said we were in Korea. Alright, fine. I've been doing Stolen Power my whole life.
God. Speaking of K-pop Demon Hunters, they've announced a very realistic, which I appreciate, release window, which is 2029. That means they're starting that bitch fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
has a better release window than the sequel to Across the Spider-Verse.
Wait, did it come out right after it?
It's almost like if you give your animators realistic expectations, they can fulfill. But I'm actually kind of really happy with this timeline because I'm assuming they're probably going to go pre-production in early next year, in January. So that's 3 years. So I'm anticipating it's probably going to come out the same time, summer 2029.
And they're not taking whole 7 years to figure out what kind of characters are in it, what their design should look like. They have all that shit already. So...
It's just crazy to me because 2029 doesn't feel like a real year.
Oh no.
this year
Like,
doesn't feel like a real
Dude,
year.
I'm still getting over 2020.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2026.
I tell
It's
people
just-
all the time that as soon as COVID hit, I like
The
other
years
than-
just melded together.
other than my house and my car, I couldn't tell you a fucking thing I've done.
I can tell you the only reason why I really know when this split between like 2021 and 2 happened was just because like 6 months into 2022 I lost my job, so like I'm like I can remember that, but like aside from that, just
Yeah.
so just it's like taking a red eye. Your days
Yeah.
just become mashed together.
They do. It's one of those like I every morning like a ritual is I get something to eat breakfast and I check my Facebook memories and I see someone was like, what that happened 7 years ago?
Dude, that happened with my dad the other day. We were talking about something about my sister got married in 2022 and I went, Dad, like she got married 3 years ago. He was like, no, she didn't. I was like, she got married in 2022, Dad. It's 2025.
Yeah, that
Shit.
that shit doesn't add to you properly. We're like, oh yeah, it's like whatever. Like Endgame happened in 2019, and then I look it back. I'm like, we've had so.
Dude,
how did
that's even like for me. In a couple weeks, my 10-year high school reunion is happening. I'm like, I didn't graduate high school 10 years ago. And then I look at a calendar and I go, oh shit, yeah, I guess
Do you
that
want to
was
know
10
how
years
old
ago.
you just made me feel, Matt?
Very
I graduated high school in 2009.
All right, well, you're an old fart. Unlike the young, spry, almost 30-year-old me.
I am approaching. I am 4 years away from my 20-year high school.
Oh jeez.
Well, kids, let me tell you what a tube TV sounded like at one.
I had to have this. I had to have this conversation with people where they brought up some fucking like. When I go to these conventions, I meet these younger cosplayers where like I become the older brother kind of deal to them, where they're like talk whatever, and then gets to that.
Tell us
like,
what the Great Depression was like, Brock.
Yeah, it becomes that. But it's like they'll tell me that they learned about these things on the internet when they were younger, and I'm like, I didn't have the internet when I was younger. And then
I'm older than Google, at least.
No, and then they're like, dude, the internet was, and then like one of them looked it up. You're not older than the internet. I'm like, no, the internet was invented in '89, but it was not readily available in households until I was 6.
Well, that's like so at work. I work at my parents' restaurant, and our hostess is 17. And one time she was talking to one of the waitresses, and she said, with all the truth in her heart, she said, "Yeah, well, it was like in that old Disney movie, High School Musical." And I went,
Oh my
you talking about old? What the fuck you mean old Disney? Old Disney was like Old Yeller or Pinocchio, not High School Musical.
Man,
and then I go, and then I remember she was born after I think all 3 of those movies came out. So I'm like,
Oh no.
I had someone refer
I am
to
old.
Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz as retro, and I wanted to puke.
Oh no.
Dude, and Clint Eastwood was like 97 when we were kids.
Yeah. And now he's still 97.
He's
I don't know
still
how it works.
97 somehow. To be honest, though, you look at him in Gran Torino, you look at him now, and you're like, hey, your hair just got a little bit whiter.
At this point, your son's going to be 97 at the same time as you are.
I've always said Clint's gonna die and Scott Eastwood's just gonna star in the biopic about him.
It's pretty much
He
going to
looks
be it.
just like him.
He does.
Yeah, he does. It's
yeah.
kind of terrifying. It's kind of terrifying.
It's like, yeah, it's one of those like scary. It's like Louis Pullman and Bill Pullman. It's just like, holy, it's really scary how much you look
Or
like
Kurt and
your
Wyatt.
dad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's just like, whoa, okay. Or even Martin Sheen and Emilio Estevez. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Especially the older Emilio has gotten. He's like more. He looks more like his dad now.
he does,
They're
and
like,
not to the same extent. But the more older Charlie's gotten, he starts to morph a little bit into
Yeah,
looking
into
like
his
his
dad.
dad.
A little
He's
bit.
got a lot skinnier face than his dad does,
Yeah.
but you can see the structure.
You
there.
see it more, but Emilio, like
Yeah.
when he started to get a little bit older, you started. Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Martin Sheen.
He is a
he's your
fucking
dad.
clone of his dad.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So we were speaking about, Bree mentioned this earlier, but Warner Brothers will announce whether or not it plans to sell by Christmas of this year. If Warner Brothers decides not to sell or go into another direction, Paramount has discussed potentially taking an offer directly to shareholders or performing a hostile takeover.
Was it Paramount, that company that like not too long ago thought that we're gonna go bankrupt? Now they want to buy Warner Brothers.
And they just
Let's
laid
be-
off
yeah.
4,000 employees.
They fired Taylor Sheridan, who's like the only one making content for like Paramount Plus. But sure, they can buy another company. It must be nice to just be like trillionaires and to just be like, we could just use other people's money.
Heiser's
It's
right.
fine.
Blame the
Larry.
Ellison family.
Like,
Yeah.
we could just use other people's money. It's okay. We're fine.
It gets to the point of where, like, when they mentioned how much Disney was buying Fox for, I'm like, that amount of money shouldn't be a transactionable number.
No.
Well, that's like even when you hear like how much like Robert Downey Jr. is gonna make for like Doomsday, and you're just like,
And how much the Russos are going to make.
you
for Doomsday.
imagine that that's like questionable for Robert Downey Jr. to be like, is that like $90,000 or whatever the fuck it is? Like, he literally has to sit there and be like, is that enough to play pretend for a couple of months? Is it? Meanwhile, I'm like, dude, I got car payments, man, and I get terrified when I get that email. It's like, hey, we're taking that $300 out of your bank account this month. Like, I'm like, and you're questioning if that, okay, I guess I'm gonna go clean shit off of the floor again. Of the
Well,
restaurant
I'm going to be
I work at.
perfectly
Sure.
honest with you. He probably didn't question the amount of money they sent him because he probably didn't even ask for an amount. They just said, we're going to give you a truckload. And he went, okay.
And
Because I
they probably
guarantee you, Robert wasn't the one that went to them.
Well, it's yeah. No, they 100%. They went. Kevin Feige come and you're like, we're not doing too well. You know who people love? Iron Man. What's Robert doing?
Let's
why
fuck
I-
over any chance of anyone else playing Doctor Doom in the future.
Well, that's why I keep hearing people going, oh no, he's not Victor Von Doom. He's a multiverse Tony Stark. I'm like, honestly, I would hate that even more.
Yeah,
personally.
I went on this rant before, but I'm going to do it again. Every version of this fucking sucks. Because, A, you just threw all development you had with Kang in the fucking garbage for no reason. You wasted all that time.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. has openly... This shows that they're willing to backtrack like motherfuckers to everything that's safe the second something's not working out.
Yep.
If Robert Downey Jr., who said he's only doing Doom for these two movies, A... That is such a fucking safety pick. It is going, and you know what? He could do a good job, but do you know what that means? You're going to ruin it for later on because A, you're only going to have Robert Downey Jr. play Dr. Doom in these two movies, and then you fucked and used.
And you're going to kill off
Victor Von Doom in these two movies, and then because of that, he'd be gone. Or the other option, which is worse, is you're going to have Robert Downey Jr. be Dr. Doom in these two movies, and then if you try to cast him to be in the Fantastic Four afterwards, everyone's going to hate no matter who you pick, because it's not Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, and look, Dr. Doom is my favorite Marvel Comics villain. Me and Mike talked about this when we reviewed Fantastic. I absolutely love, and that's why I literally, and someone made a meme actually about it to where like everybody else celebrating this and me who want just a comic accurate, because it's true. Like every version of this sucks. And again, it does not mean that I think Robert Downey Jr. is going to give a bad performance.
No.
It doesn't mean like if he wasn't Iron Man that I don't think he would have been a great. I think he's great. And I think he's probably going to give, I'm just going, like Brock said, it's either Dr. Doom is only going to be in these two movies, or if they try and recast him, then it's just going to be like you said, it's just going to be, well, they have Robert Downey Jr. That's not how they, it's just like...
It's a no-win situation.
I've said before.
It is.
I'm in the full belief that I think in Secret Wars, all the original 6 Avengers are going to be back playing their characters. They're going to find some multiverse way to have Chris Evans be Captain America, Scarlett Johansson's going to be, because they're like, again, it's like having the X-Men from the 2000s movies being Doomsday. It's like, they just want people to go, hey, remember when you loved this stuff? Because right now, we're not making the money we were. Members X-Men? Members Avengers? Members giving us your money every day? Members? We members? And again, it does not mean they're going to be bad movies, but when you're sacrificing stuff like a great villain like Victor Von Doom. Like a great villain like Victor Von Doom.
I mean, you've clearly lost the plot.
Yeah. And again, it doesn't mean he'll be bad, but it's just that of
No,
just
I
like...
think he'll
bad
be
at all.
fine.
It's just, I don't want it to be... I just don't want it to be that I have to watch my favorite villain be in 2 movies and then, boom, well,
Gone.
he's dead.
Hey, Matt, do you know what else is going to be the worst part about this? And I say this every time, and people try to disagree with me, but I fucking know it's going to be correct. You know what's going to piss me off the most in this movie?
Yeah.
The biggest climactic moment that Dr. Doom is going to have in this movie with a singular character is not going to be with Reed Richards, it's going to be with fucking Spider-Man.
Oh, 100%. Well, and that's why I feel like if you have not watched Fantastic Four First Steps, stop listening right now because I'm talking about the post-credit scene. They went to lengths to have whatever the kid's name was save the day at the end. That way, when he's touching the face, it's like, oh, because he healed Victor of his scars so that he doesn't have to wear the mask in the movie,
Well,
and we can just see Robert Downey Jr.'s
From,
face.
from what, and well, I can bring it up now. If this is true, that's wrong. If this is true, that's
and
wrong.
I hope I am wrong. That's what I thought when you watch that scene and you see the mask and you see him touch his face. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna heal him. That way he doesn't have to wear the damn mask the whole movie. He'll wear it in like one scene.
From the details of the teaser, again, this is the people that have seen the teaser that's going to be attached to Avatar, is that it shows Dr. Doom relies on his armor because his body's completely broken, a lot like Vader. That he has plenty of footage of Doom in action, and that they portray him more like a universal monster where his face is fucked and he's kind of like the Phantom of the Opera.
I hope that is the case because that's the case in the comics is his body is fucked up and he wears that armor to help him. I hope that's the case. That was just what I was thinking because I was like, well, yeah, they give him Robert Downey Jr. all this money. They don't want him to just be behind a mask because they want it to be like, hey, remembers Tony Stark? But you're right. Reed Richards is going to have barely anything to do with him because they want it to be Peter Parker being like, wait a second, you're not Tony Stark. I'm having emotional distress about this because my Aunt May got killed and nobody knows who I am and Zendaya's not dating me in the movies anymore. What's happening?
Do you know
That's
what
my Tom Holland
do you know what they're
impression.
going? Do you know what they're going to they're going to run back, and it'll be good, and I'll like it and whatever. They're going to run back in a different version. You took everything from me. I don't even know who you are.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh.
God.
No. Because they're like, everybody loved that moment in Endgame. So what if we just do it again?
Because he's gonna have some super emotional moment. Because Tom Holland is a good actor. Where he's gonna cry his fucking eyes out seeing him, and he's just like, I have no idea who you are. And it'll probably be a good scene, but it'll just be that scene over again.
Yeah, and that's why honestly these rumors I've heard that Secret Wars is gonna like reboot the MCU. Part of me kind of hopes that's true because it's like I think that's what they need. They really do kind of just need like a hard reset and just like get their bearings straight to just be like, let's figure out what stories we actually want to tell.
I mean, I kind of think X-Men's probably going to be the soft launch of the new MCU because
it should be.
Yeah.
Well, because here's my reason for it. Why else would they bring like Kelsey Grammer back as Beast or like everyone else if that wasn't going to be their last rodeo?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
exactly
Well,
what I was thinking.
Hugh, he's going to be out after these movies. They backed the truckload of money up to him, and he was like, "All right, fine, I'll do it 3 more times."
Well, isn't like Hugh Jackman like almost 60?
He's getting there, and I bet also part of it was like, you're probably going to get to be in a scene with Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. And he went, I'd like that.
Because I was supposed to be in the first Spider-Man movie, but they lost my costume. That is a true story. Look it up. He was supposed to be in the movie, but they lost his costume. Yeah. No, and again, like I feel like I've been doing this a lot this podcast, and he like, don't kill me, because like I liked Fantastic Four a lot, and I am excited for stuff that's coming out. It's just like, it's funny, the other month I watched all the Avengers movies, just kind of randomly. I was like, well, watch the Avengers movies, and I was like, you watch like Civil War and like Infinity War, and you're like, God, remember when this was the quality of stuff? Like, everything was kind of reaching from the MCU? Like, how the mighty have fallen. Because somewhere along the lines, they just went, we have a story and a plot, and now we're just like, Does it stick to the wall? Does it stick to the wall? No? Alright, forget about it.
The problem that they did, and people like to forget about this, is they did phase 1 again. They just made it way too fucking big.
And also COVID happened.
No, yeah, you're exactly right. And honestly, and I've said it before on other things, Disney Plus was the worst thing to happen to Marvel.
Oh yeah, no,
Because
that whole
Disney
Iger
Plus
Chapek
wasn't
plan.
working out, and so they were like, we need more exclusives on here. We get more stuff on here, get more stuff on. And that's how we got great products like Secret Invasion.
I don't know what
we
you're
don't talk
talking
about
about. I don't know
things
what
for
you're
the
talking
character.
about.
Yeah,
We're
you're
gonna
right,
see
you're right.
Amelia's character immediately in Secret Wars. I don't know what.
That is my favorite thing to remind people. Like, you do remember right now, we got Amelia Clark walking around with all the powers of all the Avengers. Nobody's bothered to check in with that character again.
Yeah, but here's the crazy thing is WandaVision and Loki were so good that it's what the fuck happened?
Or Hawkeye. I watch
love
Hawkeye every
Hawkeye.
Christmas. I'm one of the guys. I think She-Hulk was hilarious.
Oh, we did too.
Oh,
No,
She-Hulk.
I think the actual original shows that they ordered was fine, but I think it's when Chapek or Iger, whoever made the decision, said no, we were going to put out more because I think originally the plan was one show a year.
Yeah,
which would have been
but
fine.
again, it was because Disney Plus started to fail, and so and this happened to Star Wars too, to where they're just like, we need more stuff because these exclusives are going to drive people to it. But at the same time, again, Liam Neeson said this about Star Wars. Star Wars isn't special anymore. Star Wars used to be special, but now it's just, oh, there's a new Star Wars thing out. Well, I mean, look, I'm sure we all got the Facebook memories very recently about when the first trailer for Force Awakens came out.
Yep.
And the hype and all this. It's like, yeah, because there hadn't been a Star Wars thing since, the cancellation since 2005. Except for TV, where you had, Rebels and Clone Wars. But, yeah, that's what happens. But when everywhere you look, there's something new popping up, it just goes, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened with the MCU. It's just been, oh, that's cool. That's why I liked Fantastic Four so much, because it was so
oh
far
my god,
away
the art
from
direction
everything.
was amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
It just was its own movie. It didn't feel concerned about being in a universe or playing it just... And that's why, honestly, I'm just... I almost wish that they weren't going to have to be folded into the greater MCU, because I'm like, I would just like to watch a sequel directly from here.
Here's the thing where that screws up, though, because do you know what every single complaint about these movies has been for a long time?
What has it been?
That they're not connected.
Yeah.
And then they get one that isn't connected whatsoever to an egregious degree. They say it's not connected, and they go, we want that. And do you know what they say as soon as the movie's done? Well, when are they going to be with everybody else?
Yeah.
The complaints overlap both ways every time.
You can't please anybody.
Yes.
That's the thing. You can't please anybody. Yeah, no, the art direction was so freaking great. And again, watch me and Mike's review. I am in the 60s run of Fantastic Four. That's one of my favorite runs of comic books ever. That's my Fantastic Four, and so it just so perfectly that Jetson-y kind of Art Deco future. It was so perfect. It looked amazing. Oh my god, I can't wait to get my hands on that Blu-ray. But it's coming to Disney Plus pretty soon.
It's there now.
Oh, it is? Perfect. Well, then I know what I'm probably doing this weekend.
All right.
Probably going to watch Fantastic Four again.
All right. Speaking of things with Marvel going well, Aaron Pierre on no longer being in Blade. I remember being cast in Blade.
Is that a movie?
Yeah. Remember being
Is it
cast in
right, or
Blade
is it
and
a
feeling
show?
elated, but sometimes I learned during the last time that was until you step foot on set, you haven't commenced work. I just took a different creative direction and I was no longer a part of it. You have to accept that. Everybody remember that the clothes that they wore in Sinners were from an original version of Blade.
Oh, I didn't see Sinners.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude. Get off here and
Sinners
watch
is-
it now.
You're a fan of movies, Matt, and you have not seen Sinners!
I know, I'm terrible, but I did watch The Sixth Sense again on Monday. Yeah, Blade. Alright. That movie...
You know what? You know,
It's
what?
being used as a tax write-off, isn't it? Like, it's not a real movie, right?
No, you know what it is? It's Schrodinger's movie. It
Yes.
exists, but it also doesn't exist.
This is this generation's Gambit movie starring Channing Tatum.
It really
It's
is.
not real. It's just going to be reminded about Mahershala Ali's going to pop up at things, be like, yeah, I'm still Blade. And then they're going to be like, it's not coming out. And then in some future Avengers multiverse, they'll give Mahershala Ali some money to be
Matt,
like,
do you-
some
do you-
motherfucker's always trying to escape a pill.
You know that he's been in the MCU already, right?
Has he?
Yes. Do you know where? You two shut up.
Is it Morbius?
No.
Is it
An
What
actual
If?
MCU movie.
Is it? Oh.
He's been in What If?
Wait, you're talking about Blade or just Mahershala Ali?
Blade. And Mahershala Ali. Comments? Don't tell him.
I'm trying to think. A movie, not a show.
A movie.
I don't want to say the one I'm thinking of because I haven't seen
What is it?
Black Panther. Wakanda
No.
Forever.
No. No.
I'm sorry, man.
Do you give up?
Yeah, of course I give up.
He says a line from off camera in the post-credit scenes of Eternals.
Oh, well, I didn't see that shit. Of course he was in that. I'm so sorry.
So
I'm so sorry, people. My whiteness showed with my answer there.
So in Eternals, they have the Black Knight character played by Kit Harington, who's a guy who eventually does become the Black Knight. He's a really awesome character. He picks
Okay.
up the ebony blade, and because it's a blade, from off camera, they have Blade go, "You don't want to touch that." I had to look up on Google who the fuck said the words because I didn't know it was Mahershala Ali. They're like, yeah, Blade was in it. He's not even on screen!
Yeah, that's because they brought him into some studio. Like, hey, Mahershala, can you just say this real quick? Okay, thanks. Here's a 20.
What's even
Bye.
better, I just mentioned that me and Mike reviewed Marvel Zombies. Blade shows up in Marvel Zombies and he's played by a different actor.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, it's just, again, because it's like, I mean, all of us, I'm sure, remember the Gambit movie, Chain Tune, to where it was like, dude, I remember seeing panels of, like, Fox shit, and he's taking pictures with the X-Men, and it's like, and
This
that
was
kept
2016.
happening.
Yeah.
Like, it kept happening to where it's like, movie's coming, Chain's still attached to it. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like Black Panther. That was like in 2016. They were like, "Oh yeah, Dwayne Johnson's gonna be Black Panther," and then we saw it.
Black Adam was way
Black
worse.
Adam, not Black
Black
Panther.
Adam was announced when I was a freshman in high school in 2005.
Was it?
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was announced when I was either a freshman or
Well, I
a
was in
sophomore in high
second grade,
school.
so I guess that's why I didn't know that.
Yeah, that movie has been fucking forever. That
And then
movie
we
was
got
old. That movie was old enough to go to the army by the time it was made.
And then we got the movie, which
And it was
Pierce
wonderful.
Brosnan saved.
Pierce Brosnan does
I own that
a
movie on
amazing
Blu-ray
thing.
because of Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. That is, and I will go to the grave saying I own it because of him.
The entire
I
Legion of
stand by-
Superheroes is fantastic.
He's amazing in that movie, and what I like about that is the same thing I like about Ben Affleck's Batman and BVS. I'm so sick and tired of the bushy-eyed, like, I'm a new superhero. It was nice to see two older guys that had just been doing this shit forever. It was really, really nice, because I'm sick of origin movies.
You know what
I'm
was really
over
nice in
them.
that movie too? Where Dr. Fate sacrificed himself for a guy that reincarnates.
Yeah.
Oh god, I
There's
forgot
so-
about that.
Dude, I remember watching that, I was just like, oh my god, the best part of this movie is about to die.
Yeah, it was great.
Alright.
Anyway, all right. Speaking of the best thing,
But
that
he's
just
still
died,
gonna be. You think Dwayne still wakes up and he's like, feels good. Just waiting for James to call me because I'm the pillar of the MCU, the
No.
DCU. He's
No,
just waiting for the call.
His next thing was, I'll be in another A24 movie that loses money.
Oh
Anyway,
my god! Well, that was my favorite thing too. Was he's like, well, I'm not gonna do a movie with Shazam, and it's like, dude, Black Adam is literally Shazam's villain.
not his
But
bag, baby.
sure.
Not his bag, baby. That's pretty ridiculous. He'd want to do that. You know what else is ridiculous? Ridiculousness has been canceled by MTV after 14 years. Wait, these numbers need to be said.
I
You're
know.
not going. 14 years and 46 seasons.
Good
Rob
lord.
Dyrdek was getting $32.5 million a year, 7.8 billion episodes have aired on TV total. Rob made $21,000 per episode for an executive producer fee, and escalating $61,000 per episode for a on-camera fee, which would have rose to about $101,000 near the end of its current run. The slate was 336 episodes a year. Under its current deal, if it got picked up for new seasons in 2028 and 2029, Rob's pay could have jumped to more than $45 million a year.
And I said it on Twitter the day it got announced. I went, how many people even knew this shit was still on air?
There was
and
whole
that's all
chunks
that's on
of
MTV. That's
Yeah.
all. Like,
multiple
wasn't it, like,
MTVs.
They did like the anniversary of MTV, and literally the entire thing was just like ridiculousness. Not like any music videos, not like any like VMA best ofs or video DJs. It was just
That's
like ridiculousness.
Just sad.
The second rate Taj.0, as I like to call. And again, I didn't think it was terrible, but I'm like, watch Comedy Central. Daniel Taj is doing this way better.
7.8 billion episodes aired.
Why is he stopping
episodes
it?
are viewed.
All it does is stand over the screen and go like, "Oh, isn't this guy stupid?" Like, dude,
Don't you mean
just
views?
throwing money away.
Because I think there's only like 15,000 episodes. No,
Well,
1,500.
Though this is saying aired total, played how many times on channels, that many aired total over time.
Because if
so
you look
that-
at
that-
MTV,
that includes, like,
MTV2,
reruns and stuff.
all the, it's literally just like
Yeah, that's how many of them total aired on
the show. Alright.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, I don't remember the exact number, but yeah, that's how many showed total over the years over time. Do you know how many hours of Rob Dyrdek that is?
That's a lot.
Too many.
It's too many to watch a guy whose literal on-screen persona is just. That's crazy, man.
It is. He was actually really good in Robin Big and Fantasy Factory. I will give him that. He is a charismatic guy.
That was like his thing. This was like skateboarding, doing all these things. Whereas this, they were just like, Daniel Taj is making some money over on Comedy Central. We kind of want to do something with that with you. And he's like, cool. and also, I think it was also a thing to where like I'm sure he realized at that point, he's like, oh, I don't have to try, and they'll still keep making this.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get executive producer and you get to set your own rates because MTV is fucking stupid. Speaking of stupid, Instagram's PG-13 style teen content system has sparked a legal battle from the Motion Picture Association. The MPA has sent a cease and desist letter claiming it misleads users into thinking it follows official movie standards.
So I can't say fuck twice on my Instagram? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No,
Only once?
if you're a Motion Picture Association, then sure, but yeah. You could say bitch all you want.
This is, I have no words.
This is just. Now this is
what?
ridiculousness.
Yeah.
You know, it's bad when I'm on the side of the MPA.
No one's
That's
on
when
the
you that's
side
when you
of
know
the MPAA.
something is bad.
Yeah, you know that's bad when they're sitting around going like, Instagram, what are you doing, man? Now excuse us while we rate a movie PG-13 that has more death and gore than an RA movie. But it's okay. They don't show the blood, so it's fine. The kids can watch it, and they won't be negatively impacted.
My
no,
favorite.
did you show boobs? NC-17.
I just love how it's like we can't show blood, but we're going to show Optimus Prime ripping Megatron's head and spinal column out, but it's motor oil.
I'm sorry. My favorite thing of that is the South Park movie, which is Matt Stone and Trey Parker found out how many curse words you have to get an NC-17, and they literally did one less.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, that movie has a talking clitoris, and tons of people die in all this, but no, that one more F-bomb would have pushed it too far from an R rating.
No,
That's what would have done it.
My favorite way were how the MPA has changed and all this over the years. Like, again, I was watching Airplane the other day, and it brought this up again in my memory. There's this chunk in that scene where everyone's going apeshit in the main cabin and then for no reason,
Oops.
just a bare set of tits come up on screen. That movie is rated PG.
Dude, you think that's bad? The original Planet of the Apes with Charlton Heston is G-rated. And that literally has, like, Charlton Heston's friend got, like, his head cut open and people get shot, and trampled over by horses. Like, you
But-
see his friend stuffed in a museum, and they were like,
Matt,
Yeah,
boobs
that's
are worse. Boobs are worse.
it's true. If
They're
no
They're
shit,
always
it's
worse.
traumatizing the
fucking
kids with the tits.
The tits are gonna traumatize
Or you know what? You could be like Ed Wood and just shoot boobs out of focus.
I thought you were going to say you shoot boobs out of something. Because I've not seen Ed Wood. So I didn't know where
Also,
that
I
no,
thought he was
conversation
talking
was
about
no,
the real Ed Wood.
going.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about Orgy of the Dead.
Okay, got it. Good lord.
Yeah, the MPAA is just their
Also-
existence is just like we don't know.
Also, you want to know a fun fact? So, an Orgy of the Dead, and this is a thing. So, if it's before like
This-
1990, and if you see a realistic human skeleton, it is like 99.9% a human cadaver.
Or
Good
it's
to
like
know.
Poltergeist, to where it's real skeletons were cheaper, so that's what's in the pool scene. Also, by the way, PG rated movie. Well, that's also my favorite. Is like, so Steven Spielberg helps the MPAA out by creating PG-13, and then they reward him by going, "Oh yeah, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which actually has less in it than Raiders of the Lost Ark, PG-13." Even though Raiders of the Lost Ark was PG, and we were fine with that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Or
Like-
it's like all the sequel trilogy, they're all PG-13, even though there's not a single thing in any of them that's worse than any of the Star Wars movie. Like,
Well,
I remember it being a big deal that Revenge of the Sith was PG-13, but at least in that case,
oh yeah, it earned it.
kids had to watch like one of the main characters like literally burn alive. So you're like, okay,
Yeah,
but,
that
like,
that at least made sense.
show me a scene in any of the sequels that is
a
close to that.
Yeah,
that
PG and
required the
PG-13 don't
13.
mean shit anymore. I mean, half the Disney movies are like PG, and I'm like,
Well,
that's not a PG
Well,
movie.
Doug Walker's talked about this tons of time, and it's like PG-13 is now PG, and PG is now G. And G is for like, it's like Baby Einsteins. Like, that's what's happened now. It's like PG-13, that's the like general audience, that's everybody. PG, like Inside Out is rated PG. Think about that for a second. That's rated PG. Like, it's, again, but that's because PG-13 is PG. So now PG is G, and G is for children. It's just so stupid.
I think the last Disney Pixar movie to be rated G was Toy Story 4.
It's just, it's insanity. And it also just loses sight of, like, what the ratings really meant, which is, like, I go back to playing Ace, but it's like, yeah, it's G-rated, and you might like, oh, that's a bit, there's some messed up stuff, but it was like, yeah, but generally speaking, like, you didn't see anybody really get murdered, like, it's a lot implied, and so, like, like, yeah, kids can watch it. Again, I watched it as a kid, I didn't get messed up by it, but, like, nowadays, it's just like, whoa. These emotions are talking about emotions, we don't know if these kids can handle it, gotta have a parent with them. Even though the whole movie is supposed to be about helping kids figure out their emotions.
And also, by doing this, it actually defeats the purpose of even having ratings anyway, to like guard content. Because there's no difference between like, PG-13, because PG-13 can be fucking anything.
Well, let's also be honest here. The sort of like gatekeeping that the ratings created, especially like R, like, in fact, you have to be 17 to see an R-rated movie when, like, especially like by the time like I was in high school and I was like 14, and I'm like, dude, I got access to the internet. I can see worse shit than this when I want. Like, I remember me and my friend wanted to go and see Kick-Ass 2 in theaters, but we were under 17, so they didn't let us in. So we just went home and we watched a bootleg on the internet, and we're like, we've seen it. Like, we've also watched worse, like, we've watched R-rated movies. Like, honestly, we should just do away with PG-13 and just have it be, you have to be 13 or older to see an R-rated movie. Anybody who's 13 has already seen R-rated movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, I think I saw like Clan of the Cave Bear when I was like 8.
I'm trying to. Oh no, I was 11 when I saw Terminator, and that was my first R-rated movie, and my first movie boobs. Thank you, Miss Hamilton.
I
salute
was
you.
watching Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street when I was in like fifth or sixth grade.
Yeah.
But that was
And we're
like,
all fine. Look at what we're doing right now.
we're well-adjusted individuals. Mine wasn't
Me seeing
Tylenol,
Arnold
it was
Schwarzenegger
trauma.
stab his hand through a man's body did nothing to me at 11. But no, it's true. Like, it literally is like I remember when I got into high school, that was when, like, my parents they stopped giving a shit about what I was. I mean, even going far back when I was a kid, I watched, like, Ghostbusters and Men in Black. Ghostbusters in particular, like, I quoted things from Peter Venkman that I shouldn't have been quoting. Like, I'm gonna take Miss Barrett back to my apartment and check her out. Check out Miss Barrett. I didn't know what the fuck that meant, but I said it.
Yeah.
I said those things.
Yeah.
But again, my mom also admits, she's like, if I didn't know what the movie was, I didn't know if it was right for you or not, but I just let you watch it. Oh my god. Mine was the lady in Last Samurai. There we go. Yeah. It's an important thing. Every growing boy needs to remember, and girl, I'm sure too, needs to remember their first movie boobs. It's a very important thing. That's why I don't think I can ever meet Linda Hamilton at a convention.
I don't even remember what my first ones were.
Because I'd have to be like, I Love You and Terminator and Dante Speak, but you were also my first movie boobs. Thank you, man. Can you sign this picture of your boobs?
Yeah.
I know for a fact what mine was. Mine for a fact, because believe it or not, even though Planet of the Cave Bear, I think was my first R-rated movie, it was not my first movie boobs. That would be Kate Winslet in Titanic, which my mom let me watch.
That's probably what mine was.
I watched that when I was 6.
I was
probably what mine was.
Born 6 months before that movie came out. So that was not mine.
That's probably what mine was.
I'm sure that's a lot of
people's. Titanic was PG-13.
Did you have it on VHS?
Yeah.
Were you able to watch that scene on VHS?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
I was a kid of divorced parents. I got to do whatever the fuck I wanted. They just are happy.
No, I meant like though it's like Phoebe Cates like people who own Video Store said, yeah, like in the 80s if you tried to rent a copy of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, you weren't able to see the Phoebe Cates scene because it was just scan lines because too many people rewound it.
That is true. I'm trying to remember it. It might have been Titanic or it was, I brought this up before. Do any of you remember the hit action film starring Dennis Rodman called Simon Says?
Yes. Oh, Jesus. Great nostalgia critic episode.
I'm trying to remember if there was tits in that or not. I swore there was.
I don't think
I watched that reason. Oh, shit, Brock, have you ever watched Hell Comes to Frogtown?
I'm glad that I started this conversation.
No.
Everybody, it'll be nice to be on the podcast in another 5 years.
Oh. Give me a sec, Brock. This is a great movie. Yeah, just no. Just wait.
Stop
just
right there.
Fucking wait.
Just wait.
You're not about to show tits on my podcast from
No.
frogs. I'm sorry that you
ironically, no, that's not where they come from. But I'm not going to show that. No, this is a family podcast.
What are you showing?
No, look who it stars.
Do I want to know? I
can put my old man glasses on here.
Who in the fucking starring Roddy Piper?
Oh.
I didn't know he was in another movie.
If I just did the one.
So, I'll tell you this. I highly recommend this. They say it's a bad movie, but they're fucking lying. So, this movie's basically a parody of Mad Max. And, like, the funniest, eerie shit about it is this movie came out in 88. No, but here's the great thing about this movie.
No, it does. I'm reading them. But go ahead.
No, this movie came out in 88. And its plot is almost identical to Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh.
Wouldn't it technically be Mad Max Fury Road? Its plot is almost identical to Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Yes.
Why'd they cut all the frogs out of Fury Road?
Ribbit.
Fury Road? I don't know.
No, yes, but literally is they have to basically, a guy and like a female like road warrior companion have to go rescue a bunch of women from like a crazed like warlord who also sex traffics.
Where the frogs come in?
The frog is a sex trafficker.
I might have actually like given Fury Road a pass for
Tubi.
not having Mel Gibson in it if that was the main villain.
Oh no! Yes, no. Let me just say here.
And by the way, before you people in the comments start, yes, I know Mel said he probably wouldn't have done it because he thought he was too old. I'm aware. Okay.
Okay, and
aware.
this is my favorite character that's in it.
Jesus Christ.
Why does that look like the Koopas from the Super Mario Brothers movie?
It does.
It does. Oh, but the makeup's amazing. I mean, it just.
Oh my god.
Oh, and
like-
here's the main villain.
That's like,
Toady.
Mom, can we get Jim Henson's Creature Shop? We have Jim Henson's Creature Shop. at home.
You need to go down to the fucking Thriller Reject one down here. You know which one I'm talking about.
Oh,
Where is it?
The Thriller Reject in the right corner.
Thriller-
Nope, go
No,
down.
go down.
Okay,
Go
okay.
down.
Down,
Thriller
down,
Reject
down.
with the pistol. Right.
Oh,
this
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Up,
go
up,
down.
up, 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 ah, ah. Stop,
Yeah.
stop. Over.
Down. Down.
No, up,
Over.
over.
There, you were just on it.
Oh, this.
Yes. What is... And then that one in the middle, that Roddy looks like he's fighting a decayed penis. That one in the middle.
Rowdy's like, I did a movie with John Carpenter last year.
What is...
I'll tell you,
It's
Rowdy
90 minutes.
Piper reminds me of a great story. I saw Mr. T's daughter doing stand-up, not in person, but she was talking about how, like, you know, growing up at school, like, saying, oh yeah, my dad's Mr. T, like, you know, like, I spent the weekend, like, on the set of A-Team, and the teacher would be like, don't lie, da-da-da, and then she's like, yeah, so one time my dad was in WrestleMania, and he fought Roddy Piper, and he, like, broke his ribs, and then we went back to the hotel room, Hulk Hogan was doing cocaine, then Roddy Piper showed up to apologize, and then Hulk and him got in a fight. That Monday, I went back into school, and when they asked me what I did over the weekend, I just went, didn't do shit. It's seriously, look it up. It's hilarious how she tells that story. I'm just like,
No,
yeah, they won't
but-
believe it.
But my co-host is so mad at me that I didn't lead it with, oh, by the way, it stars Roddy Piper. He's like, what? Why did you lead with that? I'm like, I don't know.
I remember Roddy Piper slapped JTI on that episode of Trust No Show.
good times.
My wrestling.
No, but this is why Tubi is the greatest streaming service. And if we lose it, it'll be like the burning of the Library of Alexandria. Because it literally has everything.
Yeah, it had Steven Skull Lawmen on there for a while. Which, if you want to laugh, watch that show. Where Steven Skull has crime vision. And it's a real show, because he's a real cop.
All right.
Just like he's a real martial artist.
He's a real something. Anyway, Mike, I'm assuming you put this in here?
Wait,
Yeah,
Mike.
so this was almost going to be a social media was a mistake, but the news about the K-pop Demon Hunters sequel was a little bit too fresh to collect any bad takes. But I was starting to see some people being like, 4 years? That's crazy.
Oh, I saw them too. And I was like,
People don't realize how
Dude,
long
it was
animation takes.
3 years between every Star Wars movie and both the originals and the prequels. It's not that
Like,
weird.
I'm immediately coming up with Zombieland.
Yeah, return. What's it called? Is it Return to Zombieland or just
Is it just
Zombieland?
No, it's a Double
Zombieland
Tap.
2? Oh, Double Tap. That's what it was.
Oh,
Yeah, Zombieland
yeah.
Double Tap. That was fucking fantastic.
And that was what 10 years apart.
It was a lot. I don't know if it was
But
quite
also-
10, but it was over 5.
right, but realistically, because it's only going to be 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
because
sure it's almost over.
we're
It's
pretty
not-
much at
it's
the
not
end of
that
2025.
Yeah, it's really not that bad.
That's what I'm
especially
saying. So
starting
did
from
you-
scratch?
Right, so do people think that, oh, the first weekend, and K-pop Demon Hunters isn't the phenomenon yet? Like, oh, we're going to spend $90 million and do a sequel just because we can. Are you, like, fucking dense?
And even that, like movies, and again, I think this is just where, like, social media was a mistake, maybe streaming was a mistake, because that's everybody just wants everything to immediately come out. Like, I watched this movie. Where is sequel? If it's not out next year, what's the point of it coming out? It's
Like, I mean,
dude,
it's
it
like,
used
let's
to be
shit
time.
digest.
Like,
Yeah.
it was 4 years between First Blood and Rambo First Blood Part 2. Because, like, they took their time to develop a story and to shoot a movie and to
And
do
that's the
everything.
problem.
Like,
That's why movies suck, is because there's, like, no dev time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and especially when you talk about movies with CGI, that's why CGI looks so bad sometimes, because you have all these... I mean, if we want to talk about time between movies, what was the length of time between Avatar 1 and 2?
13
Dude, I was in
years.
7th grade when the first one came out. Like...
Well, I mean, Avatar debuted on Nickelodeon in...
You're so clever. No, but it was like 2009, and then it came out
At least,
last year or the
yeah.
year before.
Yeah, something like that.
22, so
Well,
3
didn't he
years
shoot
ago.
like
22.
4 movies back to back?
Well,
Well, when
So,
you're making
my-
them in your
Or something
basement on a
stupid.
green screen, you can do that.
I
know it's
so
not
here's
true.
how it, yeah, it's 22 and then like in between, because my one friend Kat,
I never
she
saw
worked
it.
on 2 and she worked a little bit on 3.
I refuse to watch the movies, but that's just me. Being a bitter old man, because I hate
Oh.
James Cameron now.
Scream was another one that waited a while.
Well,
In
at
between
first,
movies.
because Scream 1 came
Oh.
out in 96, and then Scream 2 came out in 97, so...
Well, no, I'm talking about how it waited like 7 years before 4, and then like
Yeah.
6 years before 5.
Again, like, movies, like, they take time to make, and they take time to craft good movies.
I know. I'm like, no, you want like AI slop, but then you're gonna be like, ew, it's AI slop.
No, and that's the
Almo-
thing. It's like, and again, it goes back to you can't please everybody, because it's like, well, if you take time to make a sequel and to have it come out, where's the sequel? I won't even care when it comes out. And then it's like, or if you rush it out, then it's gonna be bad because you rushed it out. And it's like, why did they rush it out? It's like, well, because
And also, there's a thing called labor laws.
Mhm.
Yeah.
sure, Jan. But yeah, no, it's just like it used to just be the norm. Like, it used to be like, again, going back to X-Men. X-Men 1, 2000. X2, 2003. 3 years difference. You know, like, that's just kind of how it was. It allowed
Or-
them time to develop things. and
Or
shoot them.
even an animated example like
Toy Story versus Toy Story.
Yes. Yeah,
Or-
4 years, 95, 99. And technically, Toy Story 2 is originally going to be direct to video, and it had like a mid redevelopment cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Well, they also,
or
yeah, and it's just like,
Top Gun, Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I mean, I'll even throw in Ghostbusters Afterlife, like,
Yeah.
these years later
Or
sequels that all
Mad
work.
Max, in between
Mm,
Beyond Thunderdome and Fury Road.
86 Or no, 89? Was Thunderdome 89?
I thought it was 85.
85. Yeah, I think it's 85. I'm looking up right now. 85. Yeah.
Yep.
And that, yeah, so that was like
30 years.
30 years. Rocky 5 to Rocky Balboa was 20
Ish
years.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was 90 to 06.
Yeah.
So, like, sometimes these things work, you know? And sometimes they don't. There are legacy sequels that don't work. But, like, when you allow creatives the time to be creative, you can get really good products out. And when you force them to rush everything out, that's when you get slop. And it's
Yeah.
just, like, it's crazy to
No,
think that, like...
Umbreon, you gotta say that in the way that makes it sound as stupid as it is. It took 28 years between the 4th one and the 3rd one. You gotta make it sound as stupid as what that actually is.
Well, you know what's even crazier that I heard? No, you guys will not believe this. When they were shooting the 4th Star Wars movie, you believe that Alec Guinness didn't even bother to look at Ewan McGregor's performance in the first 3?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane, man.
What an
a
unprofessional
fucking-
dickhead.
Yeah, what an unprofessional asshole. And Mark Hamill said when he got cast, he had never even heard of a Star Wars movie before that.
That's crazy.
Some bullshit.
That he said lightsabers were dumb. No one would agree with
Dude, he
this.
called them laser swords. Like, did you not watch the 3 movies? But yeah, no, it's just like, and again, we're all movie people. Like, yeah, like it's great when you love a movie and you get to immediately see it. And it's cool sometimes when you get like a Back to the Future situation where they shoot part 2 and 3 back to back, or Lord of the Rings, and you can get them, 1 year apart. But
that was like the plan, though.
yeah, but and those were all planned out. But like sometimes it just takes time to make something good.
It does, just like Son of the Mask.
God,
You know what?
No.
I got a nostalgic love for that movie, so I will not be on that hate train. Thank you very
That
much.
movie's so fucking bad.
I
God,
will not be
so
on the hate
fucking-
train.
But here's like the other thing: if you want like instant gratification, and don't use AI because fuck you, you could just write a fanfic. You could do fan art. Like you can get your fix in other ways.
Or you don't even have to write the fanfic. There are people out there who are probably doing it. Dude, I'm a big fan of That 70s Show, but I absolutely hate the last season 8. There's
season 8's garbage.
They rewrote the end bit of season 7 so Eric didn't go with Afghan, and then they rewrote an entire new season. I'm talking full teleplays. And it's amazing. I'm like, oh, this is what happened to That 70s Show to me. Like, there are these talented people who are fans who aren't making money off of this, and they'll just do it for fun. And it's like, they exist out there, so you don't even have to do it yourself. You could just find somebody else created who will do it. And also, like, time between movies, like, okay, if you really liked, if you really liked Star Wars, well then, in the time you're waiting for the next one, you can discover stuff like Flash Gordon or Battlestar Galactica or Star Trek or something. Like, you can, and that can sort of take the time, and then when the new one comes out, you can watch that. Like,
but you know what that
fun.
says to me? You know what it really says to me? That, like, with the instant gratification, you never really loved it in the first place.
Not really.
True.
Not any way that matters. There's some sort of intelligence that's not a... What if some sort of intelligence that's not a natural, more like an artificial? We don't want anything that's stupid. Sorry.
But yeah, no, it's just, it's like, did you even like the thing? It's just, I don't know.
Like, I gotta understand if it's a Blade situation, it keeps getting delayed, but I'm like, no
but
one
if
has
it's
any
planned
patience.
out, if it's, and hopefully they stick to it. I mean, it sucks when, like, again, like, what's happening in Spider-Verse, like, it totally sucks. I, had a date and then it got pushed back. And it's like, but at the end of the day, would I rather get pushed back and we get a good movie, or it get released when it was supposed to and it's shit?
Well, specifically, I think what happened to Spider-Verse was like two things.
Only
one,
two?
Specifically that I feel like are the most relevant. One, COVID happened because remember, originally Across the Spider-Verse was supposed to come out October 22.
Year.
Yeah. So Across was supposed to be there, and it was originally titled Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Yeah.
And so if it originally was going to be 2024, it was based off of that timeline, which obviously was never going to happen, and then, Lord and Miller, I'm like, can't commit to a fucking script, which, like, as I write more and more, really pisses me off, and it's, like, super unprofessional, but that's beside the point. The other thing that happened was, since
the Vox article?
Well, yeah, the Vox article was one thing, but the other key thing that happened was they never, like, planned it out. Like, originally they were going to have that go, like, back to back in, like, the production schedule. And the version that they had originally wrote, that was going to come out in 2024. They had the COVID delays. And then I think, I have a gut feeling the ending of Across was not the original ending. So basically all the dev work that they did, they had to fucking throw away and basically restart the movie from scratch. And that was never going to happen in a year. But the other thing as well is that Sony was insisting upon it to try to get it out faster, and everyone was like, fuck no.
Then they also had to convince Haley to get back in a recording booth with Shamik, because, that was going to be an easy thing to do.
Yeah. And they had to be in the same, I mean, like, It's almost like anime.
Isn't this just great? You, me, and this giant brick wall in between us.
Isn't this wonderful? I can hear your smell. What? Nothing. No, I'm
Josh.
Spider-Man.
Josh Allen's a poser. What?
The Bills suck.
But hey, you know, we also
beat the Chiefs in January.
we also get situations with sequels where, like, you know, me and Matt and Mike, you know, went out of our way to record a fresh takes for a certain movie, and then I don't think either of us watched the fucking sequel that
Nope.
we did that video for.
Better watch it. Dude, I think even in the video we did, I was like, I'm not watching that crap. And yet, you know what I did watch? This Halloween season, I can watch again the video the movie we made that video about.
Yeah. For
It was
those
a
that don't
sequel.
know, the running joke for years was that everyone that couldn't realize that they were lying or someone just wrote a thing to get you to click on it was that Hocus Pocus was getting a sequel. It never fucking was for like 20 years, and then they finally made one. And everyone was like, see, all those posts that they made on Facebook were totally real. No, it wasn't.
No. And then how many people actually saw the sequel?
I don't think. I would love to know the numbers if we actually.
I know for a fact Brad Jones saw it because I watched his review of it when it came out. That was it.
God.
It's like, I'm not wasting my time on this shit. Yeah, no, it's just like, yeah. And again, I think even in that we talked about, like, I said, I don't think they're making a sequel because someone went, oh, we, you know, like Top Gun Maverick, like, oh, we have a really great idea for a sequel. I think they went, hey, Hocus Pocus is like really popular and people watch it every Halloween.
There's enough dumb people that actually think we're already making this movie.
We should make a movie. And it's like, and that's why no one watches. Meanwhile, how many years has it been since Top Gun Maverick? And people are still watching that. I know I was watching part of it the other day.
They're working on a sequel currently.
Which because I'm
little bit
afraid
nervous about
that
that.
it's not, we have a great idea. I'm afraid it's Paramount going, our studio ain't doing too well, and Top Gun Maverick did really well. So, Tom, can we get you in the fighter jet?
To be fair, they had that thing in the works not long after that thing was in theaters.
I know, but
and,
it's
and
just,
it made like $1 billion.
Yeah.
I'm just like, again, but it's just like Maverick was such a good just like follow up and an unexpected follow up. You know, like Top Gun doesn't really end to where you're like, and we need the further adventures of Pete Mitchell. But how they went about it was great. But yeah, it's just like when you have creatives who actually have a story they want to tell, that's how you get the good movies. When you don't force everybody into boxes and just force them to make this stuff because some algorithm said make this, or some random people on Twitter were like, make this and make it now. Like, you can just let shit come out when it needs to come out. Like, and the thing is too, is like, let's be honest here, especially with streaming and the internet, you're not without entertainment. Like, there's a multitude of movies. Go on the AFI Top 100. I can guarantee you have not seen all 100 movies. Even if you've seen 98, there's 2 movies that you still haven't seen. And AFI has done lists for, like, everything, like, thrills and suspense and all. And so it's like, from there, you can just go and just see all the movies you haven't seen. Do that. And it's great because AFI literally, you go on their website, the lists become a checklist. You just check it off and then they tell you how many you've seen of whatever list you're on. Like, oh, you've seen 75 of the 100 heroes and villains movies. So you're not without entertainment. And also, I mean, and that's legally speaking. If you're doing it legally, you've access to every movie ever made.
I thought AFI made music.
I did have somebody once, when I was in college. I was just like randomly, it was like in a break between class, and I was looking up something on the AFI website, and it was like their like list of westerns, and we were like looking it over, and the guy said to me, he was like, why is Good, the Bad, and the Ugly not on there? I literally looked at him and I went, it's the American Film Institute's list. That was a like Italian production. It doesn't count. He went, oh, and I went, oh my god, this guy's studying film and he doesn't even know what AFI stands for and what they stand for, which is American films. Literally, the name of that is Sergio Leone's. Sound like an American filmmaker?
No.
It does.
I don't think
Absolutely.
so.
Absolutely.
Hang on, does Quentin Tarantino really sound like an American? That does sound like a weird name, but regardless, the point of fact is you have a lot of stuff you can fill your time with. So how would you let the creatives just make good movies, however long it takes them to make those good movies?
Exactly.
All
You
right.
know, even if it takes James Cameron 20 years to make Avatar 2.
All right. That is the end of the podcast for this week. We will be getting on out of here. Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on various social media sites at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Blue Sky at Renegade Pop Culture. You can also find us here on YouTube, on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Escape, so do we.
Bree?
You can find me at crazylemur.bsky.social. I'm also on Instagram at lemurs1, where I post cooking pics, puppy content. Yeah, just little happenings in my life. Also, latest episode of Late Craft featuring oh, you know what I just realized? I never told you like what the title of the fucking thing actually was. You want to know what the it, title of it is?
What
The
is it?
Adjuster.
Oh.
No, The Adjuster.
Yeah.
So Luigi, Adjuster. I think you can put one and one together. It's about a vertical short movies, which are a thing. They make money. No one knows where the money's coming from. One of my actor friends, Jacob, he's been a background actor in movies like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and he kind of gave us insight on these films. So it's a really fun episode, definitely out of the box. So I would definitely check that out.
Matt?
You can not find me on zeroing out for a number 58 episodes. I get putting the time out every time I derail stuff. And then I come out, I derail it, and I get put back in the box. No, I always have a great time. Thank you guys for having me on again.
Yeah,
You can find me on Twitter at Kearns_Matthew. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, except they're privatized, so don't try to friend me, people that I don't know. That's a long-running joke from me and Abe on Take 3, which you can find me on Take 3 Productions, where I host 2 shows, Second Look, a video essay series, and I'm co-host with Abe Flores on Simple Tricks and Nonsense, which is a great podcast. We're hoping to do an episode next week. You can also find me on Matt Movies 611 on both YouTube and WordPress. And that's about it.
Nice. You can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube. I'll be getting back to Twitch more and more after this con season and all that. Hocus Pocus is done. You can find any of my cosplay stuff. You can find me at my cosplay stuff and convention goings and my Instagram at Organoid Zero. I'll be going to another con this weekend, TCC Twin Cities Con, so if anybody's there, you know me, come say hi. But yeah, that's all for that, and we are done, so we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.